And let's look at the top 5 stocks to watch out for in trade today, starting with Lupin. The company has posted a very good set of numbers in quarter 3. The margins were much better than expected. Revenues came in at 4,000 crores versus 3,769 crores. A good jump that we're seeing in the revenue around, it's almost up by around 300 crores. The profits also, from a loss last year, they have just swinged into a profit this time. So the profits have come in at 438 crores versus a loss last time of 868 crores. So very good sign over there. Margins have seen an 80 basis point expansion. 800 basis point expansion, and it is at 19.4% versus 11.4%. Surely a good expansion in margins and a much better than expected performance on the margin operations front as well. Talking about the next stock, we do have IndiGo, the aviation space, which is in focus, as the company has reported another quarter of loss this time. But the margins of the company that we are seeing in quarter 3 have surely improved. So let's talk about the loss of the company. It's coming at 620 crores versus a loss last quarter was of 1,195 crores. So on a quarter-on-quarter basis, the losses have surely narrowed. But on a year-on-year basis, last time we had seen a profit of 496 crores, and this time it's a loss. So it's still under pressure on a year-on-year basis. Talking about the revenue front, we do have the revenues which fell by around 51%. However, like I mentioned before, the EBITDAR margin is improved, and it's improved by around 40 basis points is what we could see. EBITDAR margins have come in at 20.1% versus 19.7% for the on a year-on-year basis. Also, the guidance for Q4 FY21, the capacity in the ASKS is expected to be at about 75 to 80% of Q4 FY20 capacity is what the management has said. So let's keep an eye out on that. And obviously, what is aiding the margins of the company was obviously the lower fuel as well as the maintenance cost is something that has improved the margins of the company. Moving on to RBL Bank, we're seeing an improvement in the profits. The profits have almost doubled. They're coming at 147 crores versus 70 crores on a year-on-year basis. Asset quality also seems to be improving. The GNP is at 1.84% versus 3.34% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Similarly, with the net non-performing assets at the NNPA, that has also come in at 0.71% versus 1.38% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. NII marginal decline is what we could say, 908 crores versus 922 crores, not much of an impact, but provisions are seen increasing. We're seeing the provisions at 610 crores versus 526 crores on a quarter-on-quarter basis. So all in all, not a bad set of numbers coming in from RBL. Talking about IRCTC, now obviously the company has reported a decline of 62% in profits, mainly impacted by the coronavirus, where national transporters operations were mostly shut during this period. So during the period, we have seen the profits come in only at 78 crores versus last year of profits was 206 crores. Revenues also have seen a decline of around 69%, and only come in at 224 crores versus 716 crores for the company. So surely some pressure that we're seeing on the stock earnings as well of the company because of the pandemic. Now we do have TVS Motors, which has performed better than expected in terms of the margins as well as the bottom line performance, while in terms of the revenues they were came in line with the expectations of ET now. So obviously TVS Motors revenues were up by 31% on a year-on-year basis. The profits stood at 265 crores, and the margins came in at 9.5%, which was better. And obviously the management did say that this is the highest ever revenue, margin, as well as EBITDA, as well as the profits which the company has seen. So surely a good quarter coming in for TVS Motors. And obviously we do have a whole host of earnings, so let's keep an eye out on all those important earnings as well. We do have Dr. Reddy's, Sun Pharma, Cipla, IOL. In the auto space we do have Tech Mahindra as well as auto space, we have Tata Motors, we have Tech Mahindra as well coming in, IndusInd Bank and UPL, which are in the Nifty. Other than that, we do have Dabur, BlueStar and Atul Limited, which will be posting the numbers.